It's that Jaguar Racing. This is my 2010 XFR. I'm going to talk to you today about a couple of things that may put you on the trailer and cause work on your car. This here is a little plastic tube that crossovers between the heads at the back of the motor on a 5-liter supercharged. It's underneath the windshield wiper cowls on an XFR. Pretty difficult to get to. So the supercharger has to come off. It takes a while to get the supercharger off. The tube is harder than the supercharger itself. Just the supercharger takes some time. Here, pull the top of the supercharger off. And this is the intercoolers. Your coolant runs through that and cools your charge air for more horsepower. This is the supercharger completely removed. The rectangle in the bottom is an oil cooler. So here's the supercharger removed from the car with the intake wing still bolted onto it. And this is one of the intake wings removed from the supercharger. As you can see, there's not much to it once you get the wings off of it. This is the snout. You can see the wire on the snout. Sometimes these will cause noise due to this oscillation coupler right here. The spring gets bad and breaks, and then it starts making noise and clanking. And that's what the supercharger snout looks like, and that's where the oscillator goes to. This here is the crossover tube removed. You can see it's two-piece and it leaks around those seams. I sent my supercharger while it was off to Kong Performance. Greg Kong did a spectacular job on it. I went ahead and have them put me a Grip Tech pulley on it from Kong Performance. And I had them CNC port the supercharger. It was pretty expensive, but it was well worth it. I gained 2.5 pounds boost. My tuning allows me to run as much boost as I can. It comes from Alpha Jag Tuning with Alex. One of the things they do here is between the rotors and the case is they reduce the tolerance in here to the minimum, and that helps increase the pressure. So got the car going, got it running, back ready to go again. Back to the track, back on the trailer. This time not really the car's fault. Wheel hop caused a problem called a broken axle. As you can see, the axles are pretty beefy on this. But, you know, they don't like to be put under stress and then picked up and dropped, and the torque just absolutely can destroy an axle, as you can see. They don't make aftermarket axles for this. You can see the bend in this, and Jaguar wants $1,140 roughly for a new one. So I picked up another used one. In order to reduce the wheel hop, I removed the lower control arms. I pushed the bushings out of the lower control arm and went and got me some urethane. I ordered some bushings from PowerFlex. I pushed the center out of this bushing and coated it with urethane and put it back in, and it is stronger than the original. This is the urethane I use, 3M window weld. It's relatively cheap online, not so cheap if you go to the local parts store to get it. Here's the PowerFlex bushings that I used in the lower control arm to try to reduce the wheel hop. Here's the other set. It takes 3 different types on there. Also, I bought the universal multi-pack for the rubber dust boot covers, because at the end of every ball joint and everything, these inevitably are cracked. But as I put it back together, it's good to go now, and it's ready to roll, and we are riding with Jaguar again.